So here we go for the third part of analyzing pro players, POV of Oski from the team Gentlemate, as you may know. We already did 2 days since now, and today for my English speaker, for my fellow English speaker. It's something that I will do each episode. That way, because YouTube translation might be a bit off and not really represent myself, so I've decided last week to do at least one part in English, right? Sorry for my garbage English by invents, but I do that to improve as well. So for first and second day, we've seen that Oski might be someone that really play around taking huge risk, high risk for high rewards, as you may know. And he often goes for all-in situation, whether it's on boost or just by the situation of the play, right? What we say to each other, maybe can improve at being relevant without having the ball. I think in English it is known as off-ball impact, something like this. I'm not really sure. And he tends to play with only feelings, right? Not that much into gathering information. The first day we've seen that his challenge might be a little bit off, but second day we realized that it was just an off day or something like this. He took better 50, better challenge overall. For Gentlemate, and in 3v3 environment, I might say that Oski seems a little bit not confusing, but Gentlemate has a really chaotic gameplay. They understand each other, right? But a risk that may appear is that because they play around chaos, sometimes it will be good because opponents won't understand what they are doing, but the opposite side of it is if we are on off day or something like that, we don't understand each other really well. It might go really shit for us, right? Because we don't understand what we are doing, and that might be the best and the worst flaw of Gentlemate right now. They tend to cut each other, but it is something that is um, shared by three of the players, right? They have often a third player a bit too far because they want the second or first man to cut off the plays of the opponent most of the time. And today we are gonna see if we can confirm what we said on the first 2 days. For the moment, I don't find Oski that really good, honestly. I mean, maybe it's preference. I will say I prefer another player than Oski, but our goal from today is to find really the three main points that Oski is playing on, what he capitalized on, if that makes sense. And let's go for the choose ranked mode. Again, is with Ideon Bush. I think it's Eugene, and opponent side is Tempo and let's see, Modreb, Mobreb. Yeah. Anyways, let's go. I will just turn the volume up. Okay, nice kickoff. Unfortunately, Ideon Bush didn't grab the boost. Yeah, that's really, maybe it's high risk, but it's not especially low reward because by the end of the play, they will not keep, but they will earn the possession of the ball. So it might be a bit risky, but it's ballsy, right? But with good reasons over there. Mobreb did a bad touch. Oski seen it. Okay, trying to bump. Nice turn. Flick. Oh. That came a little bit from nowhere, but it's a really great play from there because you see that his teammate cannot impact the play right now, so he has to turn. Tempo is from there. We can assume that tempo has boost, right? But by the end of the play, it might be zero boost, right? Or let's say 12, 13 or something like this. So Oski has the advantage of the resource right there. So that's really smart for him. Plus, he has seen Mobreb, sorry, pushing the play, right? He's already jumping there, so he is half committed, and that way Oski could not shock, but I don't really know the word for it, but take advantage of it. And to keep the position, you go for the wall. Yeah, the flick is a bit strange, but it worked. All right. Let's see. Oh, the pre-jump. Yeah. I mean, maybe I would have advised him to rush a little bit further toward Mobreb, because right here Mobreb has still a lot of solution to get past Oski. Oski is only covering one play, the play that Mobreb shot on the target or maybe on the backboard directly up to the net, but he's not letting himself many situations by pre-jumping that way. I mean, if Mobreb decides to shoot directly on the net, I think Oski could be able to cover it, right? And if he decides to go for double type or whatever, he could still manage to get it. The only solution that might be a little bit tricky if we wait is if Mobreb control the ball and try a solo play or something like that. But it's not really risky because Oski could still manage to make him play or commit or call it like you want. So the pre-jump here isn't covering many things, right? Many solutions that Mobreb can use. But the opponent was really smart. He waited for the pre-jump before doing something. So it looks like a bit of a rush attitude, but more than a pre-jump. Like he was in a hurry. Oh, let's see. Yeah, the last touch triggered the ID ambush, but the thing is that right here Oski is not really clear on what he wants to do. Again, it's a player that is not really clear for his teammate. I think it can go both ways. Either you are not clear to your mate, which is really bad, right? Or, which is really better in a way, you are not clear for your opponent. And that's what we want to maybe try to focus on. Being a little bit more clear for your mate and being, let's say, unclear for your opponents. Because by the end of the play, Tempo just waited, right? And then he's seen the last touch of Oski and directly got the free net. Okay. Oh, that sucks, honestly. That sucks, honestly. I know he has no boost, right? But he can do so much better right now. Maybe it's more of a misplay than a mechanical misplay, I mean. Okay, slow down for his follow again. Alright, nice one. Oh, good stuff. Good solo play. What can I... Okay, so he took his time for the follow right there because maybe he's not sure about the teammate kickoffs. I assume, right? I might be wrong here, but he goes for that ball and the boost really quick, which I like. And then the setup is kind of perfect. He can do something with it. Even if he's being challenged, he can still manage to pass one guy and maybe take a 50 or something like this. So it's a really good shit. Really good stuff. I mean, one point, one thing that we not assume but discovered yesterday, it's that because he's playing risky sometime and not really clear, he can have a high added value on clutch situation, right? Which he did on the last kickoff. Okay, he let tempo plays. Not really a good touch there. I think we could have done better. I mean, not specially to be honest, because if he shot directly on the side pitch, on the right, Mobreb will be there. So kinda smart of the touch. Okay, maybe the demo. I think he has better solution right here. Tempo is just really slow right here, so maybe we want to force him to either get back or really committing 100%. That way, ID and Bush can, again, in the perspective of being clearer, know what Oski is doing and what is his main goal. But right here, we are gonna go again on the ball zone, right? And it can be not clear in a way. So maybe he decided right here to bump Mobreb. Yeah, I guess so. All right. Maybe we... I might be not touchy, but nitty-picky, I guess. Something like this. Maybe we want to confirm where is Mobreb. If he's rushing or faking or whatever by doing joystick camera, right? I mean, it's normal that he rush, but we can confirm because we have the time to do it. We don't have 10 seconds, but half a second is enough. Okay, nice try. Yeah, unpredictability again, right here. He announced that he will go for resets, but decides to go on the ground to do something better. That's really great. Shocking the opponent, right? Yeah, I've started the recording. Oh, that's a really bad kickoff. Yeah. It's kind of bad kickoff because his nose is already going downward, right? And that way we could not manage to have a good challenge on the ball. Ooh, close one. Nice touch. All right. Good stuff again. Yeah, I wasn't sure about the pre-jumping there, but he timed it, so that's kind of good, honestly. You see, um, his free jump on defense was really not that good because he wasn't covering any solution, right? But right here he is covering the situation that most likely will happen. right? Mobreb just booming the ball. So that's way better of free jumping. I mean, if Mobreb goes to the side, to the left side of us, or right side or whatever, he's losing time. So our main goal is completed. So even in the worst case scenario, it would be still good, I guess. Okay. Double tape. No. Not really good musty. It's giving the position away, right? That's why I said not really good musty. Because at the end of the play, again, Oski is 0 boost or 2 boost, right? But is barely anything. And Tempo can collect the ball again. So not really great play. Optimizing what you do with your solo play is really important in Rocket League. And yeah, I will take just a few seconds to translate that, but superfluous, unnecessary, right? Oski might do a bit of an unnecessary movement or plays sometime. Nice try. Leaving the teammate 1v2, not really 2v1, but Tempo got the control of the ball. And I mean, right here we could have fake. I think it would have been a better solution. Because Mobrev is already committed, right, on the page. And as a first man, you want to make your opponent commit on a specific play most of the time. But right here is already up on the air. What we could have done. The best case scenario of Oski is right now on the screen is getting the bump on Mobreb, right? But what value does that bring to the play? Barely anything. Nothing at all. Where his teammate is really far up the pitch. They will keep the possession of the ball, even if Oski succeed to bump Mobreb right here. So that's really not considering the risk and reward plays, I think, because the risk is having the opponent on the same situation, right, with the ball, the boost, and maybe a solo play. What are the rewards? Getting a demo on Mobreb, but that doesn't bring anything. So if you see yourself on that kind of plays, you must not go, right? It's a high risk for such a low reward, because even if it bump or demo, Oski will be out of the play, letting his teammate alone for, let's say, 5 seconds, and that can be tricky for his teammate to play. And I say all of this in the best case scenario, which didn't happen. Nice finish. Okay, just the camera, good stuff. Nice try, honestly, but maybe a bit naive because he took the information with his camera, right? Let's see. Maybe I could slow down because it's not obvious for right here. See, he a little bit on his joystick, but he he continues play like he didn't see Mobreb, right? Good catch. Oh, unfortunate. Yeah, he likes to do that, Oski. I mean, in 2 games we have seen this situation 3 times, I think, or 4 times, where he put himself forward the play, waiting for a pass, but that's really not worth it. I mean, right here, he could ask for a pass. He say, "Hello, Eugene, do me a pass. But if the pass doesn't come, you have to go back and to take the follow-up of your teammate, right? Because here, if we have a tempo, let's say tilting, and he rushed directly on the ball, who is covering the net? No one. So that's a bit of misplay regarding the position. And again, it doesn't bring any value to the play. That's really a thing that Oski might work on, I think. Really, not an unnecessary movement, but he have to really better adapt himself of current situation. I mean, I can be wrong, but it's what I analyze. Good one. Ooh. He has to go again, right? Because if he doesn't, sorry, Tempo will have a free ball. So that's kinda smart to go on again on this ball. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, that might be good going again for this ball, but do we really need it? I'm not sure. And Oski hit the ball just to give a free setup to Mobreb. Again, right? It's like he's working for Orange Team in a way because he do a lot of things, but if we can manage to not delete but suppress, I guess, the unnecessary, Oski will be really a better player, I think. In twos, in twos. Because okay, good, pretty solid setup. Not going, but let's recap. He has two solo plays. The third is right here, right now. Two solo plays, which give goals for the blue team, right? But how many plays have he done that give either the position of the ball for the opponent or doesn't bring any value? It's not two or three. It's most likely 10 or 12. If it's balanced and you have three really great move for three bad move in a way, okay, no problem. Everybody does mistakes and things like this, but that's not the case. Is not bringing enough value regarding the value we make lose. Oh, unfortunate. You don't. My bad, my bad. Oh, good one. I think maybe it's because he's with Eugene, that is highly mechanical, and maybe it's like I don't know how we can say it in English, but who has the bigger dick right now on the games, and they both want to do the play alone rather than playing with their teammates. So maybe not the maybe not the best solution to win a game, honestly. Okay, let's dive on the third game against Magnifico. Just before I will take notes. Being cocky, not really being cocky, is like kids are cocky, right? That's not the word I'm looking for. So, for the choose. I can resume that on all in dynamic, a lot of unnecessary movement that he can remove from his play, and that way it will be even clearer for his teammate, because right now he's not. And overall he has done 3 really great play for 15 bad play. That's not really bad, it's not my point, but not really efficient would be more accurate. Okay, so for gentlemates, we stated that they play a lot about around chaos, right? Being unpredictable. Let's see what we got. Okay, kickoff strategy where there is no follow. I like that one, honestly, because you control the resource. Opponent did the same kickoff strategy, so it's even. Yeah, you go really far away. That way Nas and Archie can cut his play. Oh, they did not. I don't understand the Nas play right here. Again, that's not really clear on what he wants to do. Of course, we have the team communication, which can bring clarity, right? But it's not easy to play when you are Oski in that position. Nice dodge. Archie. Ooh. All right. Luckily, Nas got the backup. I'm not sure that we want to go that way further. All right. I mean, at the start of the play, that's really good. Really good. Sorry, because he followed the situation from, let's say, a bit far, right? Which is good because he can cover the worst case scenario. But he continued to reach further when Atomic is already turning and trying to challenge Archie. Archie is no boost, so we can assume that Archie won't play the best challenge of his life, right? So we have to maybe stop a little bit before on the pads. That way we could manage to have this ball freely and not getting demoed. Yeah, he's waiting for the play. A bit odd regarding the 2 previous replays that we've seen. Nice one. He has to jump, right? He has to cut the dangers. Good speed. Good speed. Yeah, nothing to add. Outspeeded the opponent. That's good. Okay, nice information. Yeah, why not? Why not? Unpredictable, but I think we could have done better again. I mean, it's still on the logic to be unpredictable, right? From Oski and Gentlemate, but both opponents are going, let's say, one on the boost, one on the backboard. So I think there we can do really great control and maybe trying to connect with Nas, which they can do, right? Because Gentlemate might be chaotic, but they understand each other and they can play around solution, a collective solution, unlike Carmine Corp. Right now. All right. Nice challenge. Unlucky. Yeah, I mean that's really how can we say that, a strong point of Oski, and I think of Gentlemate, but I'm not sure. Um, it's kind of boomer mode ball, right? But in reality, there are really few players that might play this ball. So I think it's a huge strength that Oski have, honestly. Being able to play this kind of situation and this kind of play really easily. Unlucky. Jesus Christ. Yeah, he jump, he commits, he's forced to. Yeah, and I think we could have managed to not being scored. Of course, they played not really great, the opponents, but right here we have to be. I can say it in French, but uh, we have to bring off ball impact. We don't care. We cannot impact the ball and the play enough to be valuable enough. The only thing we can do, not the only one, but the most valuable thing we can do is to go for the demo on Atomic right here, right now. Even if they score, I mean, let's say it's not Oski's problem right here. If they play the play they are doing, if it managed to be really great, Oski could not intervene on the play. So the only thing he can bring to that is to desperately going for the demo on Atomic. And if he has done that, the goal would not be here, sorry, right? He is a little bit robotic. He go, oh, I gotta be on defense, I gotta do the play, but no, my friend, right here you have to go and demo Atomic. Because Archie managed to save the ball right here, so the only thing missing is Atomic not being here. But that's interesting, honestly. He didn't even think about it, I think. I guess. In France, we would say he's matrixed. But yeah, it tends to have really, how do we say? You have the horse and they can see only in front of them, tunnel vision. But it's not that huge on display because sometimes you go and grasp information. Nice dodge. Yeah, again. Isuratafia. Again, we position ourselves for team play. Maybe we could cut Archie right here. I mean, we can go on the ball. We don't have to wait for the pass. I mean, Oski tends to understand when he can position himself for a pass. But when he is on the position for the pass, he will just wait that the pass comes, but most of the time it won't, right? So maybe that's a thing he can work on. I mean, that could be smart, but we have seen that it doesn't happen much. Okay, nice fake. I think he could have a hit even if he wanted to. Yeah, again, double boost. Nice. Nice catch. Great play. Great play from his teammates. Nothing to add because we mostly focus on Oski, but that was a solid play. Oh, okay, Archie got the boost. Maybe that's a thing we want to calms. Yeah, stay on the backboard. Nice play. Good defense. Okay, let's go. You see, he's really on that mindset. Bro, I see a ball. I will go for it. I don't care of what's behind me or forward to me. I don't really care. I just go for the ball. He's really an instinctive player, playing with his guts more than in his brain. I don't mean that he doesn't play with his brain, but most of the time he will use his feeling rather than the brain to play. Okay, why not? Nice one, really nice one. Good clear. Yeah, the control was decent. On Archie, oh, that's unfortunate because I think a team that will play more around patterns and theory will have known that it could be possible. But because they often play around chaos and things like this, I think again Archie didn't took the time to plan for that kind of pass. Unfortunate. Close one, my friends. Ooh, I really don't like this setup. He has no danger at all. No one is there. Atomic has 5 seconds before he can bump us or whatever. He's going maybe at the same speed of the ball, but we can wait for the ball to come, right? So we rush it ourselves again, and it can be dangerous. Anyway, they managed to win, so no problem. All right, so I will again take note more on the gentleman context. Chaos rather than theory. What can I say more? He is the fou du bus. Sometime he plays again. It's more with feeling and gets than taking information and reacting to. I don't think that's the right word. Adapting to the information. Oh yeah, the passing play thing is really important, I think. Oski tends to really position himself for passing plays, but rarely got something from it, right? So maybe that comes from a good thing, right? To be able to play the passing plays, but I think Oski can adapt once again because passing plays are really theoretical stuff most of the time and pattern stuff rather than being chaotic and managing to play impossible plays the way he does. And that I think that is his main strength, that he can play situation that no one will go for, right? And that's what bring unpredictability to the gameplay of Oski, in my opinion. And I think that will be my last note. Yeah, that's my last note. All right, guys. Sorry again for my hesitation in English, but I try to connect my French language and theory on English language. That might be sometimes a bit hard because I don't have the right word. But anyway, I think I will improve the more I go on with this solution on the pro analysis episodes. Tomorrow we will come back to French language and determine if we stated the obvious for say by taking the game he will play today against Vitality, I guess. Yeah, I think is the first match. So I hope you liked it. Don't mind to tell me if there is a special pro player that you want me to analyze before the others, and I will be glad to listen about you. And if you find it useful and have some feedbacks to do for me, I will be glad to hear you. And I make you some kiss, my biquettes. Et peace.